Okay guys, we got this 2010 Cobalt here. It's manual. Race car. And has two Evap codes. I think one's for the fuel tank pressure sensor and the other one's for the vent valve performance. So we're going to quick check them out using the Think Diag. See if we can diagnose this pretty quickly. Okay guys, so here's the code. We got this fuel tank pressure sensor circuit, voltage low. And we got this Evap vent system performance. So let's screenshot this so we can look it up later. Let's go back. Let's go to read data stream. Actually, you know what? Let's go under special functions or actuation tests. Let's see, output control. See if we can do this vent solenoid. Purge and seal. Let's see if we can add our fuel tank pressure sensor on here. Let's see, Evap. See if we can add these on here. Let's see if we can start this up. Okay. There we go. And we're at 0 volts. It should not be 0. Let's just see if it changes when we do increase. Huh. Let's try just doing purge. See, yeah, data string. It might stop me because it's not seeing the. It's not seeing the fuel tank pressure sensor. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Let's go to the back. We'll lift the car up and we'll see if we can test this sensor. Well guys, I think we found our issue. Look at this. Something got a little hungry. Look at that. So we'll get this all fixed up. I think that's our fuel tank pressure sensor right there. That's our voltage issue. So we'll get this straightened out and then I think they'll be good to go. Well guys, I had to strip it back. I had to strip some of this off because it was all black. I don't know if this will really show up, but the wire was pretty black. That one's not too bad, but I think the casing went over top of it. Oh, you can see it right there. Right towards the inside where the wire's at. It was all like black because I stripped it a couple of times. So we got to some nice clean stuff. So I'll add a little piece of wire on here and I think we'll be good to go. Okay guys, so I got this all soldered up. I added some extension pieces. I'm gonna wrap them and tape them, but I want to see if this thing works. So we'll just plug this in. There we go. And we'll check our scan tool. Okay guys, so let's go back into here. Let's go look at our Evap data. Let's see, fuel tank pressure sensor. Way to reload everything back up. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Let's go start this car up. And the compressor turns on. Let's see. Let's start this car back up. Okay, so we're started up. Let's see if we can put the window up. Let's see if we put our purge up. See if our vacuum changes. We have about 3/8 of a tank. So our we not seeing a change here? It says vents closed. Car is running rough when we go up. Let's go back. See if we can see anything with the vent solenoid. Let's go to our Evap fuel tank pressure sensor. Okay, so if we command it on, I can hear it clicking. Let's go in the back. Let's see if maybe we got a vent leak. So if we come underneath the car, you can hear it clicking on and off. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Okay, so that's working. Let's go back to our purge and seal. Let's see, we'll add engine RPM to this. Let's see, engine speed. Oh, I guess I gotta add that manually. Okay, so we'll add engine speed. So you guys can see when it's rough. Oh, I hear it. Just did it on its own. Oh, can I not? Let's see, is engine speed under here? Okay, there we go. Tank pressure sensor. So let's see, we're increasing. You can see it's running rough. Look at our engine speed. Our fuel tank pressure should be going down. Let me see what happens if we loosen our gas cap. So why is our voltage not changing? I think our sensor's bad. Let's see. Yeah, our sensor ain't reading. If I take the cap off, you can hear the air come out. I'll show you guys. So watch this. You can hear it get sucked in, and our fuel pressure or fuel tank pressure isn't changing. So if we let this go for a little bit, hear that? So yeah, our pressure sensor right here isn't reading. So I'll get a new one and then we'll try it. Okay guys, I found out why it's not reading. Must have been my fault. Somehow I mixed the wires up. Really don't know how I did that. Okay guys, so now I got the wires fixed. Big difference. So we got black and white going in there, and then green going the other one. I don't know how I messed that up. Okay guys, so let's go under Evap. Let's go under Purge and Seal. Let's see if this sensor's working. Let's go under evap data, fuel tank pressure sensor. Let's see. So now we'll wait for this to load. Oh, look at that, guys. Let's increase this. Oh, look at that. Look at our fuel tank vacuum. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bam. Seal. So where it's sealed, I think we have a leak. But I have to start. Our fuel tank sensor's working. Let me make sure that our cap's tight. Let's see. Cap's tight. So it's definitely a lot better. So let's go back. We just heard it open. Look at our pressure drop. Perfect. So let's go under Purge, or not Purge solenoid. I want to see vent solenoid. Let's see. Fuel tank. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Bam. Let's see, on. Okay, so we might be purging right now. I guess we'll drive it, we'll see if we have a leak, but I think we should be good. The car is probably going to be happy. Okay guys, so I got this all taped up. I think everything's good. We'll take the car for a drive, but make sure these are all clipped in good. And we'll see if we can set the evap. Okay guys, so let's see if we can do this service bay test before I take it for a drive. I might not be able to. I think the engine temperature might be too high. Let's see, evap service bay test. Okay. Turn ignition off. Wait 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay. So keys on. Press OK. Communicating with vehicle. Yeah, I figured I was going to say coolant temperature too high. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in and we'll clear the codes. Okay, that's a read fault codes. There we go. Now we just need to drive it. Okay guys, we're back with the Cobalt. We're going to take it for a ride. I had somebody drive it this morning. Doesn't look like we have any codes. Our monitors, we got oxygen, catalyst, and evap yet. I went into the sharp procedure, mode 6, and I was looking at the data pits here. That gives an interesting glare. It's crazy how that looks on the screen. But some of them ran. So I'm going to do the drive cycle real quick, and we'll see if we can get some of these set to pass emissions. I upgraded my laptop screen now, it gives a pretty bad glare. Okay guys, so I just got back with the car. We still have two monitors that didn't run. Let's see which ones they are. Got the oxygen sensor and the evap, okay. So if we go in here to mode 6, it looks like almost everything ran for the oxygen sensor. Except for this, where was it? There was a current. Oh, right here. Bank 1 sensor 1 current feedback X out of Y. See, there's nothing. And for this bank 1 sensor 2. That seems like heater. But I think our heater monitor went. Let's check. Heater monitor complete. So I don't know why this oxygen sensor didn't go. Then, unless it's waiting for another test, but everything's within spec. So that's kind of odd. Like everything seems well within spec, like there's nothing right in the borderline. Except for this one. This one's right above it. Right above the minimum. That's the only one that I noticed that might be questionable. I think what I'm going to do is, since we have nothing, I'm going to go grab my Snap-on scanner. And one thing with the Snap-on is, a lot of times with GMs, you can see what tests haven't run yet. And then we can narrow it down to a specific test. Okay guys, so we're on the Snap-on right now, no code. So if we do not run or failed, I think this one. Okay, so we can see what hasn't run. Let's see, what do we have for oxygen sensors? So it looks like just a slow response. Resistance hasn't run yet. You got the resistance, which we saw wasn't run, but that didn't stop the monitor from running. So if I look up this P0413A and P0413B, we should be able to get this oxygen sensor to monitor set. Okay guys, so if we look at this P0413A, it says about these other DTCs are not set. Voltage between 10 and 18 volts, fuel level more than 10%, engine run time more than 40 seconds. And we need to have a P13E, which 13E has run, and the P2270, which has run. And then we need to be in deactivated, or I forget what it's called, or deceleration fuel cutoff is active, but it doesn't tell you how long we have to be in that. Okay, so maybe I just need to go down the street again and see if we can do a big decel and get this to go, because I think that's just what it's looking for, is a big decel. Okay guys, so I just went for a ride around the block and did some big decels. Didn't make a difference. Let's see. 013A. Not run. So it didn't even try to run that. Let's see, 013B. That one's not run either. Let's see, data. I think you can see, I thought they had emissions. Maybe we'll go under sensor data. I thought they had a thing in here that tells you if it's ready to go, like if it's ready to run the test. There's decel, fuel cutoff, power enrichment. It says map performance test 1 fail. Don't know what that means. That's something to keep an eye on too. Oh, emissions data. There we go. Let's see, does it tell us? That's enabled. I was trying to see if our O2 sensor monitor. It says it's enabled, but it's not doing it. Guess we'll just have to wait. I wonder if we can do our service bay test. Oh no, we're not going to be able to do the service bay test. What's it under? Functional tests. Yeah, we can't run the service bay test because we're too hot. And I think that does a larger leak. So I'm just going to shut it off. We'll let it sit for like 2 hours because I think that's part of the process. It said 2 hours in there. Because I didn't follow through the whole drive cycle because the car was already hot when I came out to it. Okay guys, so I just took the Cobalt out. I just left the shop. And as soon as I decelled, boom, like now this is the next day. But now we're down to one monitor. So it was probably our oxygen sensor. Yeah, look at that oxygen sensor. I'm going to drive it real quick and see if we can do the Evap. And if the Evap sets, then we're good. Like, we can run the test now, the emissions tests, because we can have one incomplete. But I'd like to see if I can get the Evap to go. Hey guys, I also think this thing might have a bad thermostat because look at our temperature dropping. I think we go down to like 170 when we're driving. I got it up to 182 sitting. Let's see. There we go. So look at our temperature. Temperature's falling. I've been driving now for like 10 minutes, so this should be pretty warm. So yeah, this thing should be stuck at like 190 or so. I can't remember if these have a 185 or 190 degree thermostat. But this may stop the Evap monitor from running. Look at this, we're still at 172. We're almost back at the shop. Now it's at 174. It's definitely not ideal. We're going uphill right now, so it's probably going to climb because we're going to be building more heat. Once we start coming down the other side, it's probably going to start dropping. See, we're going up a hill. So we're going to be coming down the hill soon. So look at that, we're at 181. Let's see what happens when we start coming down the other side. There you go, now we're coming down. Take a little bit, but it's going to start dropping. Look, 177. We're still going with traffic here. It's very light throttle. Look at that, 176. See what I mean? We're still cruising here with traffic. Uh-oh, somebody's broke down. Yeah, so I guess once we get back to the shop and this cools down, I'll check the coolant level, but it probably needs a thermostat. Okay guys, so we just got back. You can see 176. I think the gauge cluster tells us too our temperature. What's it say? It says 180 up there. Well, actually now it went up to 179, so. And it also says that his tire isn't reading. Which one is it? I think it's the front right. Yeah, right front. Back to. There we go. So now if we look at these, you can see all our tests that ran, and we're pretty well within their limits. The only thing that didn't run were these right here for the Evap. So if we come over to monitors, boom, they ran. ETCs, oh crap, did I just press clear? cancel. Make sure I'm okay. Good. Oh, that would have got ugly. I did that once before. Yeah, look at that. Nothing. So this is good. We can run our test. I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'll check the coolant level, but I think that's it. I'll let him know about his thermostat. And then that'll be that. Hope you guys like it. See you later.